Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you guys are doing great. It's been a while since I've done a video, so I just wanna quickly shoot one out and share my thoughts with the world. So what I want to share with you guys today it's a concept that I've been learning from a book that I've been reading, and it's about the we live in four realms. Humans, everybody. It's the emotional world, the mental world, spiritual world, and the physical world. And essentially, the physical world it's like a reflection of all the other three realms. It's a reflection of the emotional, mental, and spiritual realm. Though, what I want you guys to understand, it's an advanced concept of our actions. Like, have you thought about our actions? Like, what comes before our actions? Like, how come do we do the things that we do, the actions that we take? Right? It's there a way to know? Okay, what do I do? What I do, pretty much. Most people do different things. They take different actions because they've had different programming, and I'm gonna explain it to you guys as easy as I can. So first and foremost, it starts with programming. So programming, it's what you see, what you hear, what you experience, uh, what you've dealt with since like you were young, right? Some of these things you don't even realize that happen, but they're there and you experience them, either watching someone or hearing someone, or the way somebody made you feel. So that made a blueprint on your mind, right? So that's your programming. Now, from your programming comes your thoughts, right? So whatever it is that you're thinking comes from the programming that you've been exposed to. So for example, if my programming was growing up, something happened and we didn't have any money. So that was my programming, right? I was exposed to that environment. So I'm thinking, right, through my programming, I'm now thinking, oh, I didn't have money when I was young, so I don't have money now, right? Or you subconsciously find ways to not have money at the present time, right? That's what program does to you. And it can be really dangerous because you might be losing money or making poor decisions based on your programming because you think that, oh, I don't have any money. That's the program that you have. Now, from programming comes your thoughts, and then from your thoughts, what's next? It's our feelings. It makes your thoughts make you feel a certain kind of way. So, with this example, if I think I don't have any money, then I'm gonna feel possibly sad. The feelings vary depending on persons and also on the experience that they felt when they were programmed, when they were young. But for the most part, is when you don't have any money, that's what you think. You feel empty, right? You feel the need to fill the void, right? So from our thoughts come our emotions, right? The way you feel, and then from our emotions or feelings, from our feelings, come the action. So what is our action? The action is essentially what we do because of how we feel. So if we feel that something's missing, we act as to try to fill the void, right? We do things that help us fill that gap. So that's the action. And then, so that's the action. The action, boom. This is how I remember it. The action, boom. And then lastly, all of these four components, they lead to the results, right? So the results. So in this case, the result might be I don't have any money, right? And the result would be, of course, you don't have money at the end of the month, or your bank is usually always like at a minimum, right? So I guess to quickly summarize this concept, from our programming comes our thoughts, and from our thoughts that leads to our feelings, right? Our feelings, and our feelings lead to our actions. Boom. And our actions create like results, right? So yeah, this is quickly a concept that it's been that I've been learning about, and I've been trying to condition myself to change the beliefs and the program that I've been exposed to while I was young. So you can do this in any area of your life. Right now, I'm doing it financially, but you can also do it for your health, right? For your happiness, for your dating life, for your relationships, pretty much for anything that you can think of. There is already a blueprint set for you. So if you're feeling stuck, you're feeling like, man, no matter what I do, something's still missing, something's wrong, like what's happening with me. I will encourage you to dig deep on your programming and really focus on the little things that happened when you were young and you weren't exposed to, because your subconscious mind is so powerful that uses that information to create your new reality. So yeah, I've just been experimenting with this concept, so I'm still not done. I'm still reading the book, but so far it's been incredible. And my RAS, reticular activation system, has been on point with this concept, and I've been hearing it and I've been seeing it being talked by other experts, and I'm like, oh man, that I've just been reading about that. So yeah, it's really powerful stuff. What you're thinking, right? Because what you think is pretty much what you do, what you become. The actions that you take are related to the way you think. So that's why it's so important to think great, like to think cautiously, right? Just to pause and clearly focus on the way that you're thinking. And sometimes it might be difficult because we think without really paying attention to it, right? I think it's like more than 1,000 thoughts that comes to our minds like every day, and we just don't even realize it. So, and most of the times those thoughts are automated because of programming, right? Our bodies and our minds function in a way of patterns, because it's more efficient, right? So the way our body and our mind are always looking to ways to reduce energy so we can focus on more important things that are for our survival. So with this programming, we minimize the effort that we put into our thinking. So that's where it can be really dangerous, because if you don't really focus on the programming, or if you don't change it, right, then you cannot really change the subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is making you do things that are affecting your reality. So I hope this sort of makes sense to you, but but yeah, just to recap again, your programming, right? What you see, you experience, what you feel, what you hear when you were young and you were growing up leads to your thoughts, right? Which are mainly automated, right? You don't really focus too much on your thoughts because there are so many of them at once. But the ones that you focus on, try to make them conscious of what you're thinking. Because if you don't really want to dig deep in your programming, you can still change your thoughts, right? And that's still gonna work. That's still powerful if you just change the way you think. And then the way you think, it's gonna make you feel a certain type of way, right? Your thoughts lead to your feelings, how you're feeling, right? Are you happy, sad, mad, upset, right? All these play a key part. Now, after your feelings lead to your actions, right? Boom, your actions. What is the actions that you're taking, right? And most of the time, people act based on how they feel, right? So sometimes, let's say with an angry girlfriend or boyfriend, if they found out they're just being cheated on, they feel anger, right? So sometimes I've seen videos where the girlfriend or boyfriend, they just go and smash the car of their couple, right? Because they're angry, right? They're experiencing anger. So that's the action that they're taking based on how they feel. And lastly, all of these like 4 components lead to the results, right? And the results essentially is like the way that you're living your life. And depending on the aspect or the area of your life that you're trying to focus on, So this is the result, right? This is the end result. So in the case of the girlfriend and boyfriend example, the result will be like your relationship life, right? So yeah, hopefully this is brings awareness to your life, because that's the number one thing that you need to focus on if you're trying to recondition yourself. Is awareness, understanding that okay, this is what happened, right? That's the first step. So yeah, hopefully this was valuable to you guys, and if you guys have any questions or comments, or maybe disagree, right? Because nobody agrees, right? And you don't necessarily have to believe everything that I'm saying, right? You have to do your due diligence, right? But if yeah, this is a pretty funny concept, because it's called, what is the word, arrogance, right? That people don't want to understand the knowledge because they're arrogant, right? And see, this is really powerful, because their subconscious mind, their programming maybe was based on that, right? On that, oh, I don't need to know that, or I don't need to listen to that person because he doesn't really know what he's talking about. So yeah, I just encourage you guys to dig deep in the subject, and really, if you're struggling in certain area of your life, really analyze what happened when you were young, and analyze, how you're thinking, how you're feeling, the actions that those things lead you to do, and essentially you'll come down to the results. So it's really helpful to journal, right? If you journal anything that comes to mind, right? Boom, start journaling and start seeing what's your mind going through, right? Like what's that blueprint that you have installed in your mind, right? Because that comes from your programming. So anyways, I don't want to make this video too long, so I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, right? Remember to be grateful, because if you're watching this video and you're hearing to what I'm saying, you have you should be really grateful, because there's people that don't really have that, right? And they cannot really communicate, and they cannot really learn the way that you're doing it right now. So yeah, just be mindful of the things that you have, right? Because that's another key component of thinking and feeling good, is being grateful. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for listening and watching my video, and I see you guys in the next one. Cheers.